this F is your bag.
It is finally something I can talk about.
Go on then, tell the good people your current relationship status.
Right, so I have been with my boyfriend. Everyone probably knows him. And oh my God, his Instagram follow requests are off the charts. Yeah.
Well, the Gallies, is it?
Yeah. It's raw. He's actually our boyfriend. I don't know why I call him my boyfriend. We do fully share him. We know we celebrate shared anniversary and all that sort of stuff. He bought us both flowers on Valentine's Day.
As he should.
But we met at uni and we did long distance for close to 3 years.
No, it's wild. They did not only did they do long distance, they did long distance whilst they were both at uni, which is like
Bristol to Newcastle, which is like the opposite end of the country.
That's love. Do you know what I mean?
And then we had a bit of a crossroads at 4 years because like I think at 4 years you're kind of look, and she can vouch for this, she's just come out of a 4-year relationship. You're kind of not yet fucked. If you get out at 4 years, you're just on the cusp.
Yeah, I was just over 3, but yeah, it is. It's that kind of like 3 to 4
years
where you're ready for the next step if you're going to do it, I think.
And you can rebuild your life. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I spent my entire 20s with that one person.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, well, especially for us, it's like you don't own a house together. Yeah. You're not looking at getting engaged, but you're looking at the next steps of where to take your relationship. And you're right, it's kind of like stick or twist.
Stick or twist. So we did have that crossroads.
So we did stick.
But like not lightly. Like, and I think some people might look at us and think, oh, they had it so like now I would say our relationship is quite easy because we live together and we've, you know, I was saying to him the other day, we're about to hit 7 years. I was like, are you going to get the 7-year itch? And he was like, yeah, I think I might just, you know, call it quits. But like now,
imagine you've done 7 years. I'd be like, I'm sorry, Rory, you're not going anywhere. But 7 years? I've given you.
We were 20 when I met. And like now I'm almost 30.
Oh my God, don't. You saying that cracked my Botox. Actually, that's really bad.
Babe, it's already cracked. I don't think me saying that.
I know.
Why have you not rebooked?
Because I can't afford it.
We should start a GoFundMe because her Botox wears off so goddamn quickly.
Yeah, and I am single, so I do need to look my best.
100%.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we've been together for 7 years and our relationship now is quite easy because we live together. We're in the sync of like being together.
But also it's quite amazing, babe. Sorry to mention your age again, but it's quite amazing that you have gone from 20 to 28.
I know.
A lot of people don't grow in parallel. You can grow apart.
And a lot of people who were at uni, like people that we knew that were together at uni, you know, like everyone has their boyfriend and girlfriend at uni. They all split up because of that exact reason. At 24, 25, you suddenly realise I'm nothing like the person I was at 2021.
Yeah.
And I think there's I've got a lot of things to say just generally about like how to navigate that, I think, because now we look like picture perfect. By the way, we're not, because I've got
you wouldn't think that of an evening when Raw's wearing his work shirt and he should be wearing his dinner shirt. My God.
If anyone doesn't know this about me, I can blow my top in 10 seconds. Seriously.
No, sorry, it's not the shirt, it's the jeans, isn't it? Like when he wears the wrong jeans, the work jeans, instead of the going out jeans.
No, babe, last night, oh my God, he put on this, on Friday night, we went to dinner and he put on this shirt and I said, you always fucking wear that shirt. And he was like, shall I just go out naked? Because whatever I wear is wrong. So like, but I think, yeah, there's a lot of peaks and troughs.
No, but your conflict resolution is very good. Yeah. You have very shared values. You have shared interests. The way you spend time is the same. Like you are a very enjoyable couple to be around.
We really have worked on getting it right for us. And it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. He is my rock and I always say he's like my anchor in all of my crazy.
Sorry, that actually makes me oh my God.
It's because I never say nice things about him.
Oh my God.
Babe, don't worry about it.
Sorry, I've had a full moment there. Sorry. Oh my God.
Are you okay?
I just think sorry.
I just think you're fucking crazy.
No, yeah, actually, I do actually just think you're so amazing and like
No, but I'm wild.
Not everyone would get you, and the way that he gets you and the way that he is with you and you are with each other, like, yeah, it's quite moving. Sorry.
Oh, babe, that's actually really thanks. Okay, this is a bit soppy. Like, he's going to listen to this and be like, oh my God, they're obsessed with me.
Yeah, well, we are. So that's good.
Yeah.
I am the opposite. I would still say recently, 6 months? 5 months?
I would think it's now 6. Almost March will be 6, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gone quick. Fucking hell.
Time flies when you're heartbroken, girls. My God. So I was in a 3.5 year relationship with someone, and we broke up due to so many different reasons. We were also long distance, but I didn't maneuver the storm as well as Al. Also, we never had an ending point, which I think is really important. Everyone says that about long distance relationships. Without an ending point, it's really hardcore.
Well, but I think it was more than the distance.
Oh,
it was
yeah, that was just,
That was like the obstacle, but it's an obstacle that can be overcome.
It was many straws on a camel's back, I would say.
And there was one final one.
Yeah.
That really just, couldn't do
there
it
was
anymore.
a lot. And like in hindsight, this is how I kind of explain it. And I think Hal's, one of my best friends, like who I live with and knows me very well and knew him very well, she came up with this metaphor that honestly, I just think explains it perfectly. I felt like I was walking along with a backpack on, like the problems of my relationship were like a backpack, and it was fine, I can walk up a mountain with a backpack. And then when we broke up and I took off the backpack, it was like one of those like Bergens,
like cut Bergens.
It was, like an enormous like trekking bag.
Babe, do you mean a burden?
A Bergen. That's what it's called, isn't it? A burger.
It was like a burger, so fucking delicious.
In SES who does wins there, like get your Bergens on, and it's those huge bags that are like basically the same size as you. Sure. I think that's what I was dealing with. So anyway, I'm now single, but I have, been in a relationship and come out of one. So I feel like
my socks are out, and no one's bothered to tell me.
Oh, I quite liked it. I thought you were going for the kind of indie girl look.
No, what I will say about G is that she has actually taught me so much in her heartbreak, because it was a bit touch and go for a while. I'm not going to lie to you. And I think that the conviction that you had in that one setting has actually dictated quite a dramatic change in you in general.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And I think, babe, not very many people can do that, and you don't really give yourself enough credit for it, because lots of people just stay because they're so terrified of the unknown, and it is terrifying to walk away.
Once my switch flipped, Holt always tells this story. The last weekend that we were together, he was at our flat and he was just about to leave. And I was like, Holly, where's that wire? Where's that laptop charger? And I was gathering like all of his things. I hadn't spoken to her about the fact that I felt like we were going to break up. And she was just like so confused. She was like, why are you gathering all his bits? Why are you desperate to find that laptop charger? What's wrong with you? And then he shut the door. I sobbed and I was like, we're breaking up. But yeah, it was the most conviction I've ever had over anything in my life ever. I don't have much conviction, actually.
That's not true. Well,
I'm learning.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
She's learning.
It's a learning curve.
She's a work in progress. I'm a whip. Girls, what can I say? Sorry, should we get a voice note then?
Come on then.
Well, it would make sense to say that today we are talking about relationship dilemmas. So if you're in a relationship, hopefully...
We weren't just here to dump our trauma on you, basically.
Yes, sorry about that. Or for me to have a little cry, for God's sake.
We're here to talk about relationship dilemmas, whatever it is, really. You've got an issue, you've got a question, you've got a funny story, whatever it is.
Hopefully we're going to be able to help.
Touch and go on that.
TBC.
Hey guys, so I was seeing this guy for a year and a half, and we broke up because he was flirting with my best friend, and she was flirting back, and it was causing massive issues in the group, like the friendship group. And me and her had been friends for 7 years, and I introduced them, and I just found it all a bit weird, so we broke up on the group holiday. Like our friend group holiday, so that was really awkward. I felt so bad. But then 4 days later, they admitted that they had feelings for each other. All of my friends knew, and no one told me. And now they are in a relationship. They have been for a few months now, and she is continuing to be the exact same as she was, and manipulating and lying to everyone. And they are doing the exact same things as we used to do. And yeah, so that's that. But we were friends for so long that it was so shocking, and like none of my female friends are friends with her anymore. To be fair on them, they didn't know about the situation until I told them, but all of my other friends knew and no one told me, which was great. So that was a bit of a dilemma.
Babe.
You got to get some new friends, babe.
It's like that Olivia Rodrigo song. Do you get deja vu? Do you know that one?
He might be, like, they're doing the same things. He might accidentally call her the wrong name.
Disgusting. I'm sorry. Okay, can
Sorry,
I
but
just
what's her
say...
name? What's her name?
Oh, what are the Gallies called this week?
How about Gertrude?
Love it. Gertrude.
Good.
Gertrude number 1. There's so many things to unpack there. Like the fact that, like we joke, right? We've got a shared boyfriend. That's a joke. I would never...
Wouldn't
you like
babe,
to
when
know?
I walked into the bedroom the other day, didn't seem like a joke then. With your legs in the air.
Listen, you asked me, okay? And I said I'd do a favour because you were tired.
To be fair, I did ask.
I won't do it every week. No, but we're joking, and like I would never in my right mind even be able to look at Rory in that way because he's your partner. Like I wouldn't even be able to try to flirt with him or find him attractive because he's like he's an inanimate object.
Yeah, yes.
I can't fancy him.
Yeah.
It's impossible. That would be, I don't understand it.
How long, sorry, did she say how long they've been friends for?
7 years.
Oh my God.
They've been friends for 7 years. I mean, it's not a friend, is it? Listen, yeah, I've heard of stories where it's like 2 couples that are really good friends, family friends, like going on holidays together, blah, blah, blah.
I've had this.
And the wife and the husband of the opposite partners have been having an affair. Like,
babe, that's like the White Lotus. Didn't that happen?
Yeah, that did happen in the White Lotus. Well, it's a bit inconspicuous. We don't actually know what happened there, but I would say yes.
Fully they were shagging. I don't think that's
I
inconspicuous.
thought she just gave him blowy. I can't remember the storyline actually.
Either way, blowy's not inconspicuous.
Either way, it's not great, is it? It's not brilliant. It's so hurtful and so bad, and I feel so sorry for Gertrude because you would just lose all trust in not only men and relationships,
Here we are.
but your core friendship relationships in your life.
Back to trusting nobody. Everyone's an island. I'm sorry, I hate to say it.
Hallie's safe over there, honestly.
No, look. There are no words that anyone could say to make what happened better. Like that is possibly the most like heart-wrenching, disgusting thing that could have happened to you. But this is a really annoying thing to say, and people say this and you just think, fuck off. But there will be in there a lesson.
I know.
And you can't see it yet. And my mum used to say this to me all the time. Everyone you meet, everyone in your life is a lesson or a blessing. I don't know what the lesson is for you. Maybe there was something that you could have learned along the way. Obviously, they're not fucking...
Or that he really wasn't right for you.
Or that
she wasn't a good friend.
Yeah, and that it needed to be shoved in front of your face so much that you shouldn't keep her in your life anymore.
I would hope that if I had a stroke and started flirting with Raw, you'd be like, pull me to one side and be like, babe, like, do you want to slow down on that? What are you doing?
But it depends if it was obvious. Like
True,
if we were on
sometimes...
holiday and then all of a sudden you were like, oh, by the way, me and Raw have been shagging, and by the way, everyone else here knew about it. You should get rid of every single one of those friends. Like
everyone that knew.
Yeah, every single
that you
person.
don't need them around.
In the bin. Absolutely no way. And if they're
recycle, clear.
Not recycle, babe.
Bin. The recycle bin that you have to clear on your laptop. I don't know where that joke was going. I didn't really have it.
Bin, take them to the dump. Like,
sure.
Honestly, no, get them out of your life, and don't you dare let anyone, I don't know if this is a situation, but don't let anyone gaslight you into thinking that you might have contributed.
Yeah, or like you should have known, you should have seen it. No, I'm sorry. You should be able to trust your partner and your best friend to be getting on in a friendly setting and not shagging behind your back. Disgusting.
I take more issue with the friend. They've him and okay, no, I'm sorry, I really hate to generalise and I don't like to do this, but like she's been your best mate for 7 years, your sisters.
She owes you a lot. You've only been with him a year and a half.
Right, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't put it past him. I don't like to say that, but like
it's not something we like to say, but it's been proven time and time again.
You know what I mean? It's not the most shocking thing ever for a boy to cheat, but it is shocking for your best fucking friend of 7 years to like woo your boyfriend.
It's actually disgusting.
It's disgusting. Babe, I'm so sorry. There's nothing we can say that can make it better other than like honestly take every single one of those friends to the dump.
You deserve better and you can do better, and that's why this has all come out in such a horrible way.
Sorry, I've got...
Oh, she's standing up. Go on, have you got a front wedgie? It's the
crotch.
worst.
But what I want to say is that this could be a situation where you feel like you deserved it, or like don't let don't let.
No, we're not having any of that.
No, please don't let it seep in, and don't you dare start questioning yourself or whether you could have done anything differently. It's not
whether you're not good enough.
Right.
Or, no, they are both wrong-uns.
They're pigs.
Pigs.
I'm so sorry. God, that's really, wow.
What a way to start, Lara. Get us in at the deep end.
Okay, got you, number 2. We're ready for you.
Hey, Gallies. I was just wondering how you know when you're on a date with someone, because a boy asked me to the cinema. So I'm 19, by the way, at uni. A boy asked me to the cinema that I'm friends with, and he paid for the tickets and we went for a drink afterwards. But I still don't know if it was a date or if it was just two friends going to the cinema together and he happened to pay because he's just a nice person. So let me know. How do you know if it's a date or just two friends going out?
Good question.
How do you know?
That's a good question.
How do you know
if he really loves me?
What does she say, Cher? Oh, it's in his kiss, is it? Oh, that's a different
No,
song.
I say
Good.
a prayer with every heartbeat.
What song am I
I
singing?
fall in love whenever we meet.
I think we're singing 2 different songs. I've got very confused.
Oh,
What does Cher say about...
babe, I'm so Fran. You've taken it. Usher.
Usher.
Well, you've taken it.
I'm singing the one that, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. But I think I got confused. Anyway,
Isn't that
how
Rick
do you know?
Sorry, isn't that Rick Astley? Is that Rick Astley? Do that
Never
again.
gonna give you up. Bless Gertrude, she's only 19. She's got no idea of these references, these musical references. Sorry,
God,
babe.
sorry, these people that
Showing
dug up.
our age.
How do you know if it's a date? I have quite a lot of things to say on this because one of my best mates is a guy called Jack, and we've always had, I mean, we've been friends for over 10 years now, 12, 13 years. And when I say, G never believes me, but I lots of love, Jack, and I love you till the end of the world. He will be listening to this. I would not have sex with him if he was the last person on planet Earth. Okay, if we had to save the human race, maybe I would. But our friendship has just always been so platonic that it wouldn't be weird if we went out and he bought tickets and drinks, because I'd be like, well, we've done that. I would just be like, well, I'll get the next one. Next time we go for dinner, I'll pick it up. So I think it depends on the nature of your relationship already. If you're getting the vibe that he kind of wants to go there, then probably he's trying to date you.
Or that you kind of like him, or if you find yourself, if you're questioning whether it's a date, I think that probably means that you would like it to be potentially, because there's blurred lines.
Babe.
With you and Jack, there's no blurred lines, and there never has been. You've
there's
almost
never been.
articulated
Yeah, that's
that.
true.
You are mates. So it would never be, you would never be like, is this a date?
Ever.
But
can I say, I believe that people know about energy. If you're even thinking that way, you probably know that there might be a bit of a grey area.
Yeah.
Because if I went for dinner with Jack and I suddenly felt like, oh, is this a date? Something's weird. Already I know the whole vibe of our friendship's changed.
everything's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's also cues, when they touch you, Jack would push me over like a boy.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
when
not
they-
going to if you're near.
No, exactly. If they're or
God
if they
forbid.
hug you and they put your hand in this, I always think that when they hold your hand,
Yeah,
in the
it's
small of
little
your back,
cues.
it's small
But then if
things.
this is a friend who, I had this at uni actually in second year.
Sorry, can I stop you there? What's that on your elbow, babe?
Oh, I fell down my stairs. Yeah, I know. It's quite
God.
bad, isn't it? My stairs, honestly, you have to be a mountain goat to get up and down
I
them.
know.
I live in the attic.
Babe, oh my God, it looks like you've got oh, it is just a burn. Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, anyway, it's fine. I'm over it. I really did slip, actually, when you're alone and you go, no! Because you really
and it's
hurt
not
yourself.
funny because if you were actually alone,
I've fallen again. Horrible.
no, but it's not funny because if you're alone and you'd have broken your back, well, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, it would all be over. I need a panic button, honestly, for those stairs. They're so bad.
You
I
had a
had this at
friend.
uni. So I was in second year and we were in a friendship group and there was a guy that we were friendly in the group setting. I really liked him. I think I fancied him, but I didn't quite know that at the time. Anyway, we kind of had started hanging out a bit, one-on-one. I had assumed it was kind of leading towards the fact that we were like liking each other. We then slept together one night when we were really drunk.
That would confirm that.
But that ruined everything. It wasn't that. It wasn't meant to be that. And we should have just stayed friends.
Yeah.
And then we lost a friendship. So in hindsight, knowing everything I know now and probably having the confidence I have now, if I was even having a tiny bit of an inkling that I would like this to be more than just friends and I fancy them, next time I'd probably say, is this a date?
Yeah, just
Just as a kind of candidly, like a bit of a joke. But I would want to see how they reacted to that, because I think it's dangerous to just be like treading those waters without any communication.
Very good advice. Sorry, we've come back to communication. You should have just asked.
I think that is the thing. Like, whoa, sorry, normally we hang out in a group. Is this a date? This feels a bit dating.
Did you want to go on a date?
Exactly. And then he'd go, no, babe, I just thought you were the only person that would want to watch Avengers with me. And you'd go, fair.
Or I thought you were skint and I'll just get this one and you can get the next one.
Exactly.
Because it might be a case of overthinking, but it might be a case of not overthinking, and then everyone's like in muddy waters.
Yeah, because also if he's like, yeah, it is a date because you're hot stuff and sorry I didn't have the balls to ask, I just wanted to take you to the cinema.
Yeah.
Then she's like, great, okay, I'm open to it.
Or she's like, no, I want to be friends, and at least you can have the conversation without it being weird. Yeah.
That's how you know, babe, you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Ali and G. Just wanted to apologise in advance for this being such a long voice note, but there is quite a lot of drama in this relationship debacle. So it started when I was in college and 17 years old. I was single and looking for a relationship, so my friend Callum introduced me to the only other lesbian that he knew, and a fellow friend of his. We ended up actually hitting it off and getting along really well, and soon started dating. Things were going great, and one day I walked 2 hours to go see her and spend the day with her. Right as I left, we ended up saying I love you for the first time, and things were going great. So I travelled another 2 hours back to college and just went about my day. Later, out of the blue that night, she ended up sending me a breakup message saying that she just wants us to be friends for now. I was a little upset, but in the end agreed, because at the end of the day, I still cared about her. Anyway, a few days later, I then see on her social media that she's dating essentially a carbon copy of me, and start thinking that maybe that there was a bit of overlap, and that's the reason that we broke up. Not only this, she also sent me a message and a follow request asking me to follow her couple account with said girl, which I thought was a bit snaky, but being the supportive friend I am, I ended up following it anyway. I just went about my day. I just went about everything, didn't really message her, and just kind of moved on. A few weeks later, she then texted me out of the blue, saying that the girl that she left me for had cheated on her and they had broken up. She begged me for a second chance, saying that she missed me, and because I still had lingering feelings for her, ultimately I agreed to maybe give things another shot. However, the next day, I then meet up with one of my best mates, only to find out that she had been sending nude photographs to him at the same time that we discussed getting back together. So I sent her a text saying that nothing would ever happen between us in the future, and that I didn't want her to be a part of my life anymore, before swiftly blocking her from all of my social media.
Oh my God, is that it? Jesus.
So sorry, hold on.
A lot went on there.
No, wait, sorry, who was sending the news? I missed that.
So let me relay what just happened to you.
So Gertrude's lover, who then went out with like the B-Tech version of her.
Yeah, Gertrude's ex now.
Right.
So they were just talking about getting back together. And then one of Gertrude's mates said, oh, you're getting back with blah, blah. She's been sending me nudes.
Even though she hadn't.
No, she had, babe. She's been sending nudes.
Fine, send nudes. That's fine.
Is it?
Wait,
when
sorry.
you're asking to get back with someone.
No, wait, babe, sorry, I'm really confused.
Shall I just start from the top?
Gertrude.
Let me start from the top. You ready?
Yeah.
Gertrude gets introduced to this girl, Susan. She thinks, I like her. They get on very well.
Yeah.
She's walking miles and miles. There's no public transport in this town. She's walking to find her. Eventually, they get together. They love each other. They say, love you.
Yeah, I got this
The
part.
very next day, breaks up with her. Out of nowhere, has a stroke for some reason, ends up with another girl, Susan.
B-Tech Gertrude.
B-Tech Gertrude.
Sure.
B-Tech Gertrude and Susan, they're going out. They've made a couple account and she wants to stay friends with Gertrude. So she says, oh, follow the account, would you? Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Anyway, B-Tech Gertrude then cheats on Susan.
Sure.
Susan, tail between her legs, comes back. She says, Gertrude, I want to be with you. I wish I could be with you again. Gertrude's then at college the next day and she's talking to her mate and she's going, oh, Susan wants to get back with me. And he's going, Susan's been sending me nudes.
Got it.
Timestamp yesterday when she's also saying to you she wants to get back together.
Got it. Okay, now I'm following.
Good.
Yeah, the first point is, why did you not get a cab.
Why does Uber not exist in your world?
I think that there would probably have been more time efficient ways to get to her. But
I'm trying to think of anyone I'd walk 2 hours for.
I wouldn't even really get on like a train or a plane for someone for 2 hours.
I like a walk, don't get me wrong, but 2 hours in one direction is not really setting my heart on fire.
It's not efficient.
I'm into Leo Woodall at the moment, but would I walk 2 hours for him?
That's a lie, babe.
I'm going to need to get a restraining order
If
soon
Leo
because I am
Woodall
obsessed.
said, babe, listen to me, I'm in Manchester, it's a 3-hour walk each way, you'd say, yep, I'll be on my merry way, see you in 3 hours,
Hiking
Leo.
boots in my cupboard, Leo, don't you worry. Not a blister plaster in my bag.
I got my umbrella and my backpack, I'm on my way.
Back a snack. That to one side, you made it there, well done. And you're in love, and then she just dumps you. All this savage dumping. I just think the problem is most of the time, I suppose, dumping does come out of the blue, and it is one person deciding this is the end. So it's never a nice way to do it.
It doesn't always have to come out of the blue. It doesn't have to. And I think that a lot of the times when people feel, it's that feeling of being blindsided, that's like so
You're like, why didn't you say there were so many problems? Yeah. Especially in such a short space of time when you haven't been together that long. Like if you're
you
just
said, I love
teething,
you.
You just said I love you.
Can I tell you what I think's happened? She's been spooked by her own love.
Well, no, because she said she thinks there might have been an overlap between her and the other girl won the race. B-Tech. B-Tech Gertrude won the race, sadly.
But then why does she say I love you?
It's wild.
Well-
What's your stance on how early to say I love you?
Oh, I said it really quickly.
Yeah, I say it all the time.
I just think,
Said it
okay,
to someone on the tube earlier.
I'm
obsessed.
not suggesting that you do it after like, just, okay, I think people do it because they feel like it's an obstacle to just get done with. And it's so awkward and it's like, oh my God, I just have to say I love you. Don't do it if you feel like you don't actually love them. Don't wait 6 months because it's not been the perfect moment and there's a full moon in the sky and there aren't dolphins jumping in the sea and you have to say I love you at this perfect
Some people
moment.
like the other person to say it first, though.
I'll tell you, mine was the worst ever. We were shagging.
You said it during sex.
I didn't say it. I was ready to say it and I did think, God, I hope he does it first. And he obviously just chickened out and he wasn't even looking at me. I had his face in the goddamn pillow and he was like,
Sorry. Were you... Sorry. Sorry. What position were you doing?
yeah, but it was missionary, but it was more like face down and just like get on with the job. Do you know what I mean? We both say what we're here for. I love you. And then I was like, hold on a second.
It was one of those...
Yeah. And I said to him, hold on a minute, you what? And he was like, looked at me in the eye, he was like, I love you. And I was like, do you know what? I actually was cross. I was like, do you not think you could have picked a better fucking time than when you were inside?
That boy can't catch a break. Can't even say I love you properly. I said it first with my ex. I said it. It was so random, actually. He was spending Christmas with me and my family. We'd only been together about 2 months. Crazy. It was COVID, so anything goes. And
I don't think that's the best recommendation, actually.
I got really drunk and I did just say to him, I really love you. He then didn't say it until later that night we got into bed.
Oh, dear.
And he was like, you know that thing you said earlier, I do love you.
What did he say when you actually said it?
Kind of just laughed at me like I was like crazy, which I kind of was, I suppose.
Yeah.
It was early doors.
Okay, so I love you aside, I can't really explain why she's gone with the B-Tech. Baffling, if she really is a B-Tech version of you.
Yeah. Carbon copy, she said, to be fair. So she might be on a level.
I just think just generally people are a bit shit. I'm sorry, the theme of this has been a bit...
I just think what's not meant for you isn't meant for you. And like, you're not meant to be with that girl. Like, you need a bigger pond with more fish where you can sow your seeds and find good women that are going to treat you well. Do you know what I mean? And not send nudes behind your back. It's wild. No nude shaming, send away, but not while you're trying to like court someone. It makes no sense.
Well, I'm not nude shaming, but I would warn against it because like it can get you into...
Sorry, quite serious now, actually.
No, because it can get you into a world of trouble. And like nudes... This is a whole separate topic, but nudes are like you and your property and it's your body, and like don't just send them willy-nilly to people that you don't know or trust.
No, and also girls with tats, don't forget, you cannot show your face, but they're going to be able to know who you are.
Oh God, I didn't even
if you've got a sleeve. Do you know what I mean?
Unfortunately for me, I also have brown nipples. So like,
babe, you're not the only person on planet Earth with brown nipples.
I know, but babe, if you put me in a lineup of like me and like all the 9 girls.
If I had your tits, I would walk around my top off all the time.
Yeah, but
to be fair.
I have sent... Oh God, I hope my mum doesn't listen to this.
Oh, we've done it all, Sheila. Relax.
It's really no joke. And people can like honestly clone you and fake you and deep fake you and all this shit. Like, don't do it unless you're going to marry them and like you trust them implicitly.
And even then we've learned, can you trust anyone?
Here we are, back again.
Back again to get in on an island.
Yeah, sorry, babe. Sorry that that's happened to you. And, you know, let pigs lie and shit. She's obviously a pig.
Amen. I've got nothing better to say than that. That pig's line shit. Sorry, can I just say, this really shows my age. I was listening to Jeremy Vine this morning.
Babe, you've got to stop saying that. I'm sorry. We're appealing to the younger generation.
Guys, I'm going to say this with my chest. Radio 1's gone down the shitter, so I listen to Radio 2 now.
Let's not be saying that, babe. We might want to get on there one day.
Exactly. So you best get some new presenting talent is what I'll say to you. Jeremy Vine says finance.
Finance?
Finance instead of finance.
That's got to be a gag.
He said it very seriously.
Would you-
finance. Because he said we say financial.
What's the...
But I would say financial.
I would say financial, but maybe that's because we're posh.
Financial sounds posher.
Oh, I'm down the financial centre today. Oh, financial. No, I think they go financial.
I'm Anna Stern.
I'm Maya Stern. And I'm going to the financial centre today.
That's it. Really good. Okay, go on, read them out to me so I can
Boyfriend's
recap.
best friend, sack them all, take them to the dump. I've got no other advice from you other than cut every toxic living thing out of your life.
Also, I would just say, like, take time with that to really heal from it, because that is savage. Like, we can like joke about it and trivialize it, but that is honestly one of the most hurtful things and will really, for a second, potentially make you feel very untrustworthy and like...
Not untrustworthy, babe. Like,
am I in the Matrix? Like, what's going on and what did I do to deserve this? So I think you just need to like take time to really heal from that and know that there are good people out there that do have strong morals and won't shag your boyfriend behind your back.
I think also a lot of it is, when people betray you, you need a why. You feel like you need to know why that person did it. Don't go looking for it, because the chances are the answers you're going to get are unsatisfactory. They're going to make you... They
made bad decisions.
Yeah.
And you were collateral.
And it's not going to give you the closure that you need. And like, you unfortunately have to find a way to close that wound on your own. I don't know. You know, find people that fill up your cup and love you and support you and like...
And definitely Al's right. And I don't often agree with this girl on her island, but I would separate myself from those people that knew and didn't tell you. Wow. That's mind-blowing.
I just can't believe that. I just don't understand how how you can do that to someone, but...
It's how you can step that line that blows my mind.
How you can even look at that person.
As soon as a friend of mine introduces their partner, that's not a boy to me that I would ever find attractive.
They're just like a vase.
Sure, they're an ornament. Exactly. Like they're an accessory to my gorgeous friend. I'm not they're not sexualized to me anymore. It's like they've been like, you know, on Take Me Out where they make the light red. That's what happens to me.
Yes.
I'm not fancying you.
But sadly, babe, not everyone's like you, clearly.
Clearly, they've got the green light on.
Dump.
Get out.
How do you know? Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you. Baby, play that on Radio 2.
I know. Well, I know it. I'm very keen on the playlist.
We've got to cut this out because it's actually so embarrassing that I'm sitting next to someone that listens to Radio 2. I really don't condone that. I really don't. I think it's highly embarrassing. Babe, there are young people. These girls are 19. They don't know who Jeremy Vine or Rick Astley are.
Get to know Rick Astley is a sex icon.
Sorry, I've got to leave. That is absolutely disgusting.
Jeremy Vine isn't a sex icon, probably. I think
neither is Rick Astley, babe. He's
from the 80s. Those menopausal women love Rick Astley.
Are you menopausal? Is anyone listening to us menopausal? I goddamn hope not, apart from our mothers, although I honestly hope they don't listen to this.
How do you know you're on a date, you ask?
Yeah, and you've got to kind of...
You can do it in a jokey way.
Oh, maybe do it with your shoulder.
You can maybe go, hey... Is this a date?
On a date? Hey, are we on a date?
Don't say it with your chest, say it with your shoulder. Hey. It's no biggie. I'm just wondering if this is a date.
But also, you've got to use your spidey senses a bit. And I think that girls do have this. Like, read between the lines. Like,
if he's not leaning in, if he's not, like, putting a hand, if he's
just treating you like a mate, then it's just a mate buying you a ticket.
Yeah, and you've just gone to the cinema together.
Yeah, but if you are getting that vibe of, like, even a look, you know, sometimes when they look at you funny, you think, what the fuck was that?
I honestly think I'm like repellent to men. I don't remember the last time I've had a look like that.
Sorry, I find that highly difficult to believe, baby.
Sorry, I'm down in the depths because my dating apps are so dry. But I'm just being self-deprecating.
You did have a good run though.
I had a good run and I'm retired now.
Yeah. So don't say that. Ask and
check in with those spidey senses.
Yeah, be a witch, basically. And the last one is the B-Tech girl. God, honestly, why is everyone so shit? I just feel like the resounding feedback in general from the Gallies is that their friends are shit and their boyfriends are shit. And I just think, what is that?
What is that? And why do we need to learn these lessons the hard way always?
I'll tell you why. Because I was this person. I trusted everyone and everyone. Everyone, his mum and his dog and give my heart to everyone. She's on the other side of the fence from me. You can only learn the hard way if something happens to you that makes you think, oh, I can't do that with everyone I meet.
Yes.
Because otherwise, it's like, my mum always used to say, don't trust everyone and don't give it. I mean, you just think, fuck off, what do you know? You have to learn it for yourself. And it is painful. But I also now think, in my aged years, I'm really grateful for those experiences because it also taught me who I am and like that I can weather the storm and like I don't really need anyone. I'm sorry, I know that sounds like an awful thing, but I mean, really deep down, I deeply need people.
No, but like realistically, the only person you can trust is yourself.
Yeah, and like the only person that will get you through those times is yourself. And you have to love and nurture and support yourself and like not let these psychos make you believe anything that you deserve less or that you don't deserve, whatever that bullshit is. Like,
also, I know you think I'm like all la-di-da skipping through the meadows, giving my heart and my vagina to everyone I meet, but I do believe that like you can't expect from others what you expect from yourself.
Yeah.
And if you hold yourself to a certain set of standards, i.e. you wouldn't cheat, you wouldn't
look at your best friend's boyfriend.
Do you know what I mean? You actually, sadly, even though you feel like you should be able to, you can't expect that from everyone.
Agree.
And I think it's
a very, very difficult lesson to learn and it's a tough pill to swallow.
And also it's a fine line because, to find love, you have to be open to it. So to be in a relationship, you have to be a little bit vulnerable and you have to take the risk.
I think often when you're in a relationship or even in a friendship, people can give you signs that we choose to ignore. And you should only, don't ignore them because people
take them at face value.
Yeah, people show sides of themselves to you that make you think, oh,
you're not very trustworthy.
Yeah, but you're
not very loyal.
But you still choose to trust them.
Yeah, so you think I was having a bad day.
Right.
He's busy at work.
Only when they show you green card after green card after green card can you trust them.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Oof, never gonna give you up.
Thank you so much for listening. If you love this episode, then please...
Babe, can you think of something else to say? You say that every time.
Yeah, no worries. If
you're in a pit of despair.
Let me do it then. If you've spent the last 40 minutes having a giggle, having a nice time, thinking, I agree with the girls, I like the girls, maybe you could also take that like into your podcast platform, give us a like, follow and a subscribe.
Sure, right, hold on, do that again.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Share, review, leave us 5 stars and leave a message.
Goodbye.
Adios.